Hey everybody, and welcome to Staples Center. Joey Ramirez here with Mike Trudell after the Lakers' ninth straight win. Mike, Lakers were down at halftime. They scored 81 points in the second half, most since 1987 by this franchise. How'd they do it?
Well, spoiler alert, Joey, I was just going to take this second half box score out and use a prop. I mean, it seems a little unnecessary, but 81-51 in a half doesn't happen too often in an NBA game. And I guess the short way to describe it was they rapidly increased their pace. So they started playing much harder. LeBron really was the initiator there. And Cleveland did something weird. They had their center, Tristan Thompson, guard him in the first half, and it just kind of threw off matchups, I thought. And the Lakers just took a little bit of time to adjust to that. But once they started to get going, really in the second quarter, and the bench was also great. But I mean, that pace, Joey, was the one thing if I had to point anything out.
Yeah, and you kind of see where they're coming from, right? Thompson does have that body size to give Bron some issues. They have a history together, haven't played together in Cleveland. But Bron, 31 points, 14 in the fourth quarter alone. He really did spearhead that effort. But Dwight Howard, too, 21 and 15 tonight. What'd you think of his performance?
Yeah, Dwight was terrific off the bench. And it just makes you think of the whole season writ large. If you would have thought at this point you would have Dwight Howard coming off the bench for a huge double-double, still protecting the rim and just doing Dwight things and making himself look like he did about 4 or 5 years ago physically, I'm not sure that you could have expected the Lakers would have that kind of an impact. And he wasn't the only one getting going off the bench. You know, one guy that I thought's been key all season long, Alex Caruso, he's been doing all the little things, defense, taking charges, making plays all over the court, but now he's starting to do some of the traditional point guard things as well. Had 6 dimes tonight, was dropping off some for Dwight Howard dunks. He was 2 for 2 from 3, and that's coming off a game when he was 3 for 4 at Oklahoma City. So you start to get that from Caruso on top of what he's already been bringing you, and that just rounds everything out for the bench.
Yeah, I also thought this was a great game for the Lakers coaching staff, too. You saw them settle down after that initial punch in the mouth. You even saw it toward the end of that third quarter. They ran pretty much the same play to KCP, that handoff play that's been working so well for them the entire season. You saw them run that multiple times, got a lot of great possessions out of it, a lot of buckets. I thought Frank Vogel and his staff did a great job. Anything else, Mike, before the Lakers try to get their 10th straight?
Yeah, I mean, they have been kind of pressing all of the right buttons on the season, Joey. And just the weird thing for me to think about, they have just been stacking up these win streaks. So the shortest winning streak on the season for the Lakers is 7 games. That's the shortest one. So 7, 8, 9, actually 7, 8, 10. Now this one is 9 and climbing with Orlando coming to town. So it should be somewhat of a similar game. Like, they're a little better than you might think, even with Jonathan Isaac out. But, look, they've had the recipe 21-0 now against teams that are below 500.
All right, we'll see what happens on Wednesday. For Mike Trudell, I'm Joey Ramirez. Catch you guys then.